YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have you back together again. And in today's video, I wanted to do a little something fun. We're back with another Celebration December review for one of my favorite, possibly one of my favorite comedies of all time, Central Intelligence. So, when you're talking about like just great comedies, if you're looking at the comedies that I have for my comedy movies ranked on Letterboxd, it says that it's technically Kung Fu Panda, but what is the movie that I have laughed at the most, that always puts a big grin on my face, and I just have a lot of fun with? I would say Central Intelligence plus Jumanji is another just funny film, because I remember seeing this movie back in 2021, and I remember seeing clips of it. It's almost like The Hit U Give, where I knew it was awesome, but I never saw the full thing up until that point. And this is exactly that, except when I finally saw it, I was blown away, and I loved it so much. And now I finally get to talk about this awesome comedic movie. So let's talk about Central Intelligence. So, Rachel Thurgood Marshall, this guy, he's actually pretty inventive. He kind of makes movies that I actually enjoy. That, pretty much, throughout all the movies that he's directed movies that star The Rock, and all of them have been pretty good. Now, I've only seen Central Intelligence, and then in 2018, he did the Skyscraper movie, which I am still yet to see. And then in 2021, we got Red Notice, and that was a very good film. Well, it was mediocre, but what was so fun was The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, and I'm excited that we're getting a sequel to that. And so with this one, this was like the first time where he was actually able to make something fun with two great leads, but it wasn't really, to me, it wasn't really just the chemistry between our actors and the action and the comedy that worked. I think what this movie did really well is actually tell a story. In my opinion, this might have the best story, might be the best Thurgood Marshall film of this filmography, because the story that he told was actually interesting. Where the movie begins with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in this fat suit. He's dancing to this song. He's taking a shower in the locker room, and he has bullies. But then you have Kevin Hart's character as Calvin the Golden Jet Joyner, and he was this popular kid. He was the best guy in school, the most popular guy in school, but he was a good guy. And what's so interesting about this film is he told a story of what happens after high school. What do we become? Well, for the people that actually are great, that actually go through great things in high school, sometimes they might actually become not so great. And that Calvin, he was not the best guy. He was one of the best guys in his high school, and now 20 years passed, and he's now an accountant. Not the best job for the next 20 years or so. But then you get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and his whole life after high school is a big thing. And he's bulked up, the Dwayne "Rock" Johnson that we know to be. But not only that, we learn more about him, that he's a CIA agent, and there's these encryption codes that are about to be sent out to the entire world. And so it sets up that thing of the choices that you make after high school define who you are. But you're able to continue to make good choices. And I really like what the story does, especially for someone that is in high school. That today is the last day of school. School's out. Summer just started. And basically meaning we are now, which means now I'm officially a junior. So we have one more year left of high school, guys, for anyone that's going to be a junior next year. So we're almost to that next phase in our lives where whatever we do, we get to decide what choices we make. And so I just really like the way that this guy told the story. And also, just Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's story I thought was kind of cool, and being this fat guy, and even to that day he was still being mimicked. Even the stuff, it has the comedy, it has the great chemistry, But even with the bully that bullied him and threw him out, he's still a dick. And in a way it works, but it's not really. And it's like, it's heartbreaking. So, yeah. So the story here is very good. Another great thing I love about this film, and this is really the main thing that most people will talk about here, is the chemistry between The Rock and Kevin Hart. Now, there's a lot of other good actors in this film, but really, Kevin Hart and The Rock are the best in this movie. If anything, this is probably my introduction to these two actors, and what makes them so good in this movie is you could definitely see that they're just acting like themselves. Like, this is basically how they act in real life. But in a way, that's kind of a good thing, because because these people are the best at what they do. It's kind of like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith in Bad Boys. You know, you can kind of tell that they're acting like just themselves, but they're amazing at it, and their chemistry is on par with the rest of the other films. This movie, as soon as they're introduced, they become friends, they have great interactions, they're making jokes, and it's so funny, every interaction with them, especially like because Dwayne The Rock Johnson is this bulky, taller guy, and then you got Kevin Hart, the short black man. Like, it's so funny, and every single thing with these guys in this movie, it's so funny, it's so hilarious. Whether it's like him breaking his finger and like all the reactions to Kevin Hart of what The Rock is doing, it's so funny, it's so hilarious. And if we get if we could get a new pair, they're like the new Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan of this, except what if Jackie Chan was bulked up and he was built for muscle, not martial arts. This would be the top tier match for that. So I love The Rock and Kevin Hart's chemistry in this film. And the final thing we'll talk about here is the comedy. Now, most of the comedy is woven from The Rock and Kevin Hart's chemistry, but throughout the entire movie, while it keeps a good story and good tension there is plenty of comedy, and it really is expressed through almost every character in this film, and through almost every scene. Like, as soon as it starts, like, it kind of has some vulgar humor, and I don't even know what version I was watching, but there was a lot more than just one F-bomb in this movie. I'm pretty sure, I watched this movie a little bit more than once, and I know that there's more than one F-bomb. I know that there is just one F-bomb. So, surprisingly, I guess there's a cutout there that has more than one F-bomb. I don't know. But there's like this one where he's actually a pretty good dancer. I mean, fuck that guy, it's different. Like, damn, but at the same time, you're kind of laughing at it. And then just even this guy that is at Calvin's workplace, and he's like, show us your tits, hey, we wanna see some titties. Like what? Like, this man, who wrote this script to make this guy say all that stuff? Don't cancel me, YouTube, please. I'm just quoting a movie. Please don't cut me out, please. And even through the CIA people, even they kind of make some jokes, and it's kind of funny. And so it's like, in a way, you don't really, it's not really taking the story of this encryption codes and stuff that much seriously. But at the same time, you don't really care enough about it to have it matter. And I think it's because we've seen stories like this before, and we've seen stories like this before that are better. So, yeah, this movie, while I love action movies and I like this type of stuff, the action and CIA plotline, it's not that interesting. I really come here for the comedy, the chemistry between The Rock and Kevin Hart, and the really good story that Thurgood Marshall did for this film. Overall, that is my review for Central Intelligence. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.